I wanted to support Bandidos de Cante today because they don't get a lot of love from Eurovision fan, and I really love their lyric videos. So now it's time to react to their final performance that made them win and go to Eurovision. So let's go.
No silêncio do luar,
Oh,
sopra o vento devagar.
oh, I know I was gonna get emotional. Maybe it's because I reacted to Portuguese music, a lot of fado music a while ago. I know that this is not fado, but there's something about Portuguese music that is so emotional to me. And it's a shame that most reactor and Eurovision fan they cannot connect to that song because it's not enough Eurovision for them. But to me, they are celebrating music. They are celebrating life through this song. It was always about making a good song. It was not about making a song for Eurovision. That is why I appreciate them so much.
Traz o cheiro das roseiras e o teu nome a sussurrar.
Meu amor, se hoje for à noitinha ao meu jardim.
Oh my god. I think in the lyrics one of them is going back to their childhood house where they used to live. The life of the rose, right? It reminds a person of a woman that he used to love or used to be in his life, and he's kind of mourning, even though this was long time ago, right? So it deal with grief, it deal with nostalgia, and I can relate to that. You go back to your old grandparent house, for example, or you go back to somewhere where someone important used to live, and a lot of object, it gives you a lot of flashback of time that you used to have with that person. And this song is gorgeous. It's just a shame that you really need to be Portuguese to truly feel it even more, because the Portuguese language is so poetic.
Por lá encontrarei rosas, fazem-me lembrar de ti.
Oh.
Não há pressa de onde eu sou, não há preço para esta calma. Se falhei, paguei em dor, sobrou pouco, quase nada.
The staging doesn't need to be more than this, in my opinion. I even saw some Portuguese people complaining. I don't get it. To me, the red represent the rose. The rose has some thorn, right, that come out of the rose. To me, this is perfect. Eurovision doesn't need to be dramatic, like with a lot of staging. Sometimes it can be quite simple. Remember in 2017 when you won? It was quite simple. There was not a lot of thing going on stage. Their vocal is extraordinary to me. This is what music is all about.
As rosas que plantei quando a gente era verdade, sobrou pouco, eu não reguei e o jardim virou saudade. Meu amor, se hoje
yes, you don't need to be religious. I'm not religious to believe that when people die, they stay with you. You can sense them in the rose, you can sense them in the garden, you can sense them in the thing that these people used to love. The contagious energy. If that person was doing the garden every day and you go past that garden, you will sense that person's presence. Because we don't know what happened after you die. Nobody has been dead and come back for real, unless you believe in Jesus. So we don't know if there's people around us right now that are not supposed to be there, that we just cannot be in contact with them. Maybe in the future we will be able to, but we don't know. So this story become very important. It's story of belief. It's story of passion, of respecting the living and the dead, because the dead are still influencing us in our daily life.
Encontrarei rosas, fazem-me lembrar de ti.
Fazem-me lembrar de ti,
Com saudade do teu beijo, és a rosa mais bonita que brotou ao sul do terra.
Oh! You're the most beautiful rose. Saudade. Maybe because I reacted to too much fado music. It's really give me that vibe. I know they are from particular region of Portugal. I forgot the name. This is beautiful to me because it represents Portuguese culture so much. A lot of countries they go to Eurovision and you cannot tell which country they represent by the song. This is really Portuguese. I appreciate the authenticity of the performance. They did not compromise their values just to win a competition. They just did what felt right for them. So I appreciate what they're doing here.
Fazem-me lembrar de ti, com saudade do teu beijo, bonita, que brotou ao sul do terra.
és a rosa mais bonita.
I want to read.
És a rosa mais bonita que brotou no Alentejo.
This is where they are from, Aletanjo. I think this the style or where they are from, right? Oh. I want to see their winning performance.
Silêncio do luar,
Sopra o vento devagar, Eiras e o teu nome a sussurrar.
meu amor, se hoje for à noitinha ao meu jardim.
This is what culture is about. This is what music is about. I will fight for them until the live show. I will fight for them to at least make it to the final. I will fight for them. Loving music is not just loving what is supposed to win Eurovision or loving like things that are super dramatic. I know that Eurovision is never about the lyrics and never about the story, but you cannot fake passion. To me, it's so important. I know their performance is not big enough for Eurovision, but it's big enough for me, and it should be big enough for you too. It's believable. It needs to be believable.
Por lá encontrarei rosas, fazem-me lembrar de ti. Não há pressa de onde eu sou, não há preço para esta calma. Se falhei, paguei em dobro, sobrou pouco, quase nada. Só as rosas que plantei quando a gente era verdade.
I'm not even Portuguese, and I feel Portuguese right now. I'm French Canadian, so somewhere I have French DNA. Maybe I have Portuguese DNA. I never did a DNA test, so I'm French Canadian, born and raised in Canada. My extended family probably came from France a long time ago. A lot of people in Canada, we speak French because we were colonized by France, where I'm from. Maybe I have Portuguese in me. I don't know.
Meu amor, se hoje
it reminds me of Italy in a way. I should pay more credit to some country. Portugal is not the only country that when they try to qualify from Eurovision, they stay authentic to their culture. Italy also always stay authentic to their culture. And there's a few other countries. But I feel like there's too many countries that try too much to impress Europe instead of being authentic to their roots. And Portugal never failed to deliver.
Com saudade do teu beijo, és a rosa mais bonita que brotou ao sul do teu. Fazem-me lembrar de ti, com saudade do teu beijo. És a rosa mais bonita que brotou ao sul do teu.
És a rosa mais bonita que brotou ao Alentejo.
I don't care what people say. I'm going to defend them until the end. You guys should be proud of their performance. To me, as a foreigner who live in Thailand and from Canada, to me, this gives me a good idea of Portuguese culture, Portuguese music. And it's really authentic and similar to a lot of Portuguese fado or other music that I've reacted to in the past. So don't let other reactors or other Eurovision fans tell you otherwise, please. So if you want to suggest us more Portuguese music, let me know in the comment below, yes.